let's just take a moment of silence for how overpowered and just nasty Boruto was in this chapter. We got Boruto 2 Vortex chapter 7, and oh my gosh, when I tell you they were throwing hands, they were literally throwing hands the whole entire chapter. And you know, we just gonna get right to it. So you know the role, let's get right to it. At the beginning of the chapter, we have Boruto and Kaoki talking, and this is a little flashback of them talking, and it's basically just them spreading their ideals and talking about determination and what drives me forward and the paths that they choose. So that's what we have at the beginning of the chapter before the chaos that just absolutely ensues throughout this whole entire chapter. So now we are with the fight, and I'm finna go full commentator mode. We have Mitsuki over here not smiling at all, flying straight towards Boruto, and we have Boruto standing there like a little menace, and Boruto starts throwing shurikens towards Mitsuki, and Mitsuki has his snakes all the way out. Now we have a little emphasis on this one shuriken on the tree, now keep that in mind. And we have Boruto and Mitsuki finally finna clash, and we have Mitsuki utilizing his snakes trying to hit Boruto, and Boruto uses flying Raijin to teleport to the shuriken that was on the tree. I remember I told you guys to pay attention to that shuriken. At this point, Mitsuki was not aware that Boruto could use this technique, as you could see his shocked face. Then we have some dialogue between Boruto and Shikamaru, and also Mitsuki also talking as well. We have Boruto just hanging on the tree like an OG, and then we have Mitsuki just standing there menacingly, even powering up even more than what he was before. And we're back to the action. We have Mitsuki again utilizing his snakes, and then we have something so interesting. Mitsuki has, I'm not going to call them shadow clones because these look like legit clones and look like they finna mess up Boruto. And then we have Boruto jumping off the tree and dodging all of these snakes. He gets on the ground and continues to dodge, and then we have even more clones coming towards Boruto. Boruto just says, bump that, I'm just gonna slash everybody. So Boruto begins to slash all of Mitsuki's clones, and we also see that there are lightning wrapping around the slash. So I'm not too sure what this slash was, but it was some type of lightning release slash. So in an amazing panel, we have Boruto literally taking out all of his clones, and then we have a big shot to the people that said that Naruto is still not about ninjas, because we have both Boruto and Mitsuki using hand signs, which I just feel is so amazing. They're still adding these ninja aspects within the story, and we have both of them standing right in front of each other, about to unleash a furious attack. And we have this huge attack clash between the two, and their attacks end up offsetting each other. But we have Boruto with just the quickness, my goodness, and I guess we could call this a speed blitz, because Boruto just pops right in front of Mitsuki, pulls out his sword and puts it right on Mitsuki's neck. So boom, just like that, this kind of takes us back to that fight against Naruto and Sasuke whenever they were teenagers and Naruto was sitting on top of Sasuke with the tail beast bomb. It didn't shoot it. We have the same situation, obviously different stories, but same situation here with Boruto holding his sword on Mitsuki's neck. Obviously if Boruto wanted to, Mitsuki would have been dead right here. At this point, Mitsuki does come out of his sage mode, and him and Boruto are talking. Also, Ino and Shikamaru begin to talk and try to figure things out. This is a moment of trying to figure things out between all sides, and eventually Mitsuki does wrap Boruto around with the snakes, and Boruto is just standing there looking at him, trying to sort things out and try to figure things out. And then finally Mitsuki does drop his snakes down, and he finally realizes that something's not right and that Boruto may not actually be the person that's in wrong. And him and Shikamaru end up having a conversation about Kaoki and how they need to figure out the things with Kaoki, but Boruto, also being the king that he is saying that he doesn't want to press Kaoki so far away. He doesn't want to have Kaoki end up being the main villain. He wants to end up taking this burden for as long as possible until they can sort everything out. We eventually have Kaoki waking up with Ada and Damon sitting right in front of him. We also have some more dialogue between Shikamaru and Boruto and Ino, and we have Boruto saying that Naruto is actually alive. Obviously Shikamaru and Ino really didn't know that at the time, but now Boruto is telling them that Naruto is alive, and we have a panel with Naruto in the Daikokuten dimension. So things are actually speeding up within the story. I mean, it doesn't seem like Boruto 2 Vortex is even going to last that long, because things are really going fast forward. And towards the end of the chapter, we have Jura reading books. This man, like, if you actually look to the side, it's like 1 2 3 4 5, it's like 10-15 books, and this man is continuing to read, which is not a good sign, because as we know, Jura is their leader and he's expanding his knowledge, and it looks like he can just speed through these books. So this is not a good sign. They're going to eventually have a plan, and they're going to seek out Naruto with any moment now. So right there was Boruto 2 Tubu Vortex chapter 7. There's so many amazing things in this chapter. I think Boruto has just established himself as the strongest within Boruto. I mean, there's no argument you can make that Boruto isn't the strongest. He hasn't even used his karma or his Jogan, and he's over here just handling threats with such ease. I mean, he has even showed moments of struggling. Like, most of the times he's just kept a straight face, and he hasn't really showed moments of struggle. And you can see how Sasuke kind of instilled that nonchalant attitude within Boruto when it comes to fighting. And this even kind of boosts up Kagi as well, because if Kagi is going to be fighting Boruto with the Jogan and the karma at the end of the series, and we see how nasty Boruto is without those two things, Kagi is going to be strong as well. And I think now that they're starting to crack down on Naruto, and Jura and the crew are probably going to start cracking down on the people they want to absorb, things are going to get really nasty, because as we know, Kawaki does not have the best temper, and once you mention Naruto's name, he's finna come and kill you. So what do you guys think of the chapter? I think this was an amazing chapter. In my opinion, I was gonna say this was gonna be better than other chapters. This is probably not the best chapter we've had so far. I think with the first 6 chapters we've been hitting a really good streak, but I think this chapter wasn't as good as the other chapters, so I guess I would rate it probably a 7.5, 8 out of 10, which is actually still relatively good. But y'all let me know what y'all rate this chapter. How do you think Kawaki is going to react to everything that has been going on? Make sure you guys subscribe and like the channel, and until next time, peace out.